Today we go to visit Momo, a restaurant located in Riverfront Park in North Charleston. It's an oasis of green in a concrete desert. So come with me if you will, and let's check it out. I'm a Charleston native. I love to go on cruises, travel to amazing places, and enjoy local cuisine. This is local Charleston. Momo is located in the Riverfront Park area in North Charleston, but to get there you have to go through the old abandoned Navy Yard. When you're driving down this road, you're thinking, man, this is sketchy. The road is a little bit bumpy because it hasn't been paved for a while. There are container trucks on the side, empty buildings. My wife and I were giving each other side eye like, do you sure you know where you're going? But trust me, you're on the right road. When you come to this traffic light at the end, you're going to make a left. It kind of twists and turns through here, so I'm going to try to show you the entire route to get to the actual restaurant. Here you make a right. Now this doesn't look like a road, it looks like a parking lot, but trust me, you're going to want to go through this area. Just keep heading straight. It keeps kind of winding and turning, and try to keep to the right. And eventually you'll come upon an area where these parked cars are, and that's when you know you've escaped the concrete desert and are entering a beautiful and lush garden. As I said earlier, it's like arriving in some kind of oasis. All of a sudden you're surrounded by lush greenery, nice old trees with Spanish moss hanging off of it, nice little shady walks. It was really quite impressive. Now they have a nice sizable parking lot not far from the restaurant, and the walk to get to the restaurant from the parking lot is quite pleasant. They have a nice little walking path in the shade, past all their gardens and their fancy old buildings. It's quite interesting. Now this is my first trip to Riverfront Park, and I was quite impressed. I mean, they really have done a lot to turn this place around. Now you see this white sign right here in this entrance into the restaurant? If you have mobility challenges or are handicapped and have a wheelchair, there is parking right next to the restaurant available. The park is lush and green and offers wonderful views of the Cooper River. It's a nice place to chill out and relax and enjoy the day. Now I know I say this in a lot of my videos, but for this place it's especially true. Please make reservations. I saw people being turned away at the door. I was blown away by the design of this place. It was casual but elegant. It was comfortable but chic. It had the best of both worlds. Now when you make those reservations, you may want to request what type of seating you want. They have a wide variety to choose from. We chose inside seating, but they also have an upstairs with more seating and the outside patio, and this cool little window where you can watch the chefs hard at work. Now the outside seating area is inviting and offers those wonderful Cooper River and park views. And I like the way the tables were spaced out. They give you some distance. You're not like right on top of each other. Now I'm taking the stairs to go check out the second floor, but if you once again, if you have mobility issues, they do have an elevator that'll take you up here. I really loved how laid back the seating area is. Look at those nice couches with that wood table. That'd be a nice place to hang out and have drinks with friends. And then you have this long bar space area with these open windows overlooking the river with those nice breezes coming in. And they have their own bar up here, so you don't have to worry about having your waitress lug your drink all the way up from downstairs. Now if you're coming here with a large party, don't worry, they do have some nice long tables available to accommodate you. I also really like the color scheme up here. It's very cool and relaxing. And guess what? If you have a huge event that you need to cater for, check this out. Look at all these tables. They could definitely accommodate a wedding reception or any function. Now this is possibly one of the most unique drinks I have ever had, the Caprese Martini. It's hard to describe. The best way I can think of saying it is it's like a very light Bloody Mary. The tomato taste isn't very strong, it's very muted, and you get that basil flavor as well. It was quite good. My wife went with their jalapeno-infused Momorito, and let me tell you, that had a nice little jalapeno kick at the end. I also thought it was interesting how they had two different dustings along the rim. That's very unique. It's nice to see how these bartenders are becoming extremely creative with their drinks. The flavor was totally on point as well. Now for our appetizer, I had to try these deviled eggs, and they did not disappoint. Look at the size of them. They're a very nice bite. I would highly recommend you try these. If you like deviled eggs, you're going to love these. And the bacon in them, man, that was just over the top. And as we cut into it, look how much egg is in there. They give you a whole lot. We took my mother-in-law here for Mother's Day, and she got the crab cakes. Now, these aren't on the regular menu. They are special. They are in a butter wine sauce, and they generally come with caviar on top, but she wasn't thrilled with caviar, so she had them leave it off. Now let me tell you, these have to be probably some of the best crab cakes I have ever seen. Look inside. There's no filler whatsoever. It is all pure crab meat, and the crab meat is delicious and tender. So if you're visiting here and this is a special, you definitely want to give this a try. My wife ordered one of their most popular items, their old school baby wedge. A nice large wedge salad with lots of toppings on it. And you get to add various meats to it. In her case, she chose the grilled shrimp. I would highly recommend if you like shrimp to get it here, because look at the size of them. I mean, there are a nice size shrimp. And you could definitely tell that they are local and fresh. And look at the cook, all those herbs and spices on there, delicious. She was a little nervous about the avocado green goddess dressing, so she got it on the side, but she turned out to really like it. Now I went with the, of course, steak and eggs, and man, oh man, it did not disappoint. The steak was cooked perfectly, and it had that nice salt crust that they put on the outside of it that really brought out the flavor. And I'll tell you what, I've had steak at Hall's Chop House before, and this steak rivals it. I would say it's on the same league as a Hall steak. The steak was tender and juicy, the chimichurri sauce it's in was very flavorful, and when you mix it in with that melted egg, man, what a flavor. And of course they cooked the eggs perfectly. Look at that runny yolk that you want to get. The Cajun potatoes were also super flavorful. Now since it's Mother's Day, of course we had to offer to get my mother-in-law some dessert, and she went with the creme brulee, a classic. It is just how you'd want a creme brulee, with that crackling crust on the top, and inside super creamy. It was quite delish. Now one of the amazing benefits of eating here is where it's located in this beautiful waterfront park. So after you finish your lunch or dinner, you can stroll down the pathway and check out the various artwork. Now walking along, I just had to laugh because I came across this statue of one of my favorite movie props from one of my favorite movies, the lamp leg from A Christmas Story. And again, check out that river view. Can you imagine what that would look like at sunset? I bet it's amazing. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and follow. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps to grow the channel. And we put out a new restaurant video each week. And as always, thanks for watching.